Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. I am Dan, your host of the Mirror Sphere. Again, another day, morning to you all. It is Tuesday morning. This is my first stream of the year, so thank you all for being here. I'm 125 subscribers into the new year. Hopefully, I'll hit a lot more continuing on. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And welcome. Thank you for all for being here. Today we got a couple of subjects I want to talk about. This happened over the last week. I was traveling again, so I was kind of out of the loop for a lot of stuff. I had to go all the way to North Carolina and back from Missouri, and that's a 2-day trip back and forth with all the kids. And so it's like, yay! But we got some news in Star Wars. Some, news from Star Wars. We got a hopeful rumor going on from Doctor Who. And just some other stuff we want to talk about. We're just going to hang out and have fun. I got a little while just to chill, hang out. Unfortunately, I am moving my office from the garage back into my living room because power. I've explained this before. The garage doesn't have the power to handle anything, so I have to come back in here. So I'm redoing the office space. So soon it'll have a screen there. There'll be a screen up here, and then I'll have a bunch of stuff behind me. And yeah, hopefully not much longer. If you don't know who I am the Mirror Sphere, or I'm Daniel, the host of the Mirror Sphere. I'm just trying to have some fun, hanging out, talk about entertainment, reviews, stuff like that. From movies, video games, books. Right now, I am on the second Dwarven book, War of Dwarves, by what's his name? Matthew Hines, I believe his name is. It was written by him. He does a really good book. So if you haven't checked it out, go watch my review of the first Dwarven book called Dwarves. It was really, really good. It's really interesting to see a book line that literally focuses on the dwarves. Usually dwarves are kind of a side character. But now they're like the main focus, and it's really freaking cool. Because you love dwarves as a race, like from Lord of the Rings so much, go get these books. Also, shout out to a couple of my good friends. I do have the book from, let's see if I can move over just a little bit. Right there is A Fandom Menace, Volume 1 by author Stephen Walton. If you have not checked his channel out or got his book, I suggest you do. There's also Kai. He had written a book. I'll look that up here in a minute, and I'll show you guys what his book is. Find it on Amazon. I'll look it up real quick. I'll share that right now. This is where you can see it right here. It's called Space Crime Domino. If you haven't read this yet, please go and check it out. He's a great YouTuber, and he's also a good guy, and I've heard nothing but good things about his book. I still haven't got it yet. It is on its way here in a minute. As soon as I can get it, I'm going to get it. I can't wait to get it, actually. Everybody I've heard of says it's a fantastic book. So if you haven't gotten it, or if you know who Kai is, go check him out. His channel, I will put it in the comments, actually. Let me look up his channel real quick. Got too much stuff open right now. Here. YouTube. So how's everybody's day? I hope you're all having a great week. Subscriptions. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have it was a decent drive. We had a 2 drive down, and there's a 2 drive back, 2 day drive, I should say. And here it is, channel. Right here. Here's Kai's channel. Please go check him out. He's a great YouTuber. He's only got 202 right now. Let's keep getting him up there. Dude does really good stuff. He does like a trivia games. He does a Murder Mondays. He plays Among Us. I got to get back into that. I've been kind of too busy to do it, but I really want to. I like to talk games and all kinds of stuff. If you're interested, go check him out. He's a great tuber. All right, first article I want to start off with a little bit of good news, hopeful news that we all have. I don't know if you know, but I didn't know about Doctor Who until it came to Netflix. I was one of those who just didn't really know anything about it. And then I found it on Netflix. I started watching it. I really got into it. My wife started watching it with me. She really loved it too. Whole family started watching these shows together. We'd go around dinner and we'd sit down at the dinner and we'd pop on Doctor Who and we'd be watching. And we loved almost every single Doctor until they killed it. I loved so many of the Doctors, and we really enjoyed the show. The bow tie guy got a little annoying to me. My wife loved him, and so did my kids, and it kept going. And it was such a good show. It was decent. It had good stories. It had really good writing. The show was fantastic. Then they announced they're changing the Doctor to a woman. Why? Well, because because of identity politics. It had nothing to do with the story. It made no sense whatsoever. The Doctor, out of 50-some years of the show running, has always been a man. And they've had female companions. The companions were freaking great. Some were great. Some were kind of annoying, but most of them were fantastic. And the chemistry between the Doctor and his companion was like awesome. It's one of the best things of this show. And then they decided that, no, they're done with that. We're going to change the Doctor to a woman for no other reason but to make, diversity check marks. And this whole show became nothing but BBC's diversity checkmark box. It's like diversity bingo, as Az likes to call it. This is hopeful news that Jodie Whittaker to exit finally. After next season, though, I would rather her just gone right now. Just don't even explain it. Don't do anything. Just go back, erase her. Because everything she's done in this show has been nothing but damage to the Doctor Who brand. As a brand, Doctor Who is dying. Like, Jesus Christ. It was bad. My wife was the first one who turned away from Doctor Who. They announced this, and as soon as they announced this, she's like, well, that's fucking dumb. And she's like, okay. And she moved on. She left. She didn't care anymore. She's got her Grey's Anatomy, and she's got her, Criminal Minds that she watches over and over and over and over again. That's all the shows she wants. She just didn't care. She's like, whatever, it's dumb. That's stupid. And she left. So I don't know who they're trying to make this show for, because Doctor Who was a hugely popular show, especially over in the UK and especially in Britain, and it was a fantastic sci-fi show. You just had that crazy guy in a box who liked to show up and pop up in places and do weird stuff it was a great show, and they killed it. She was a terrible actress. She can't act worth a fucking shit. Completely, she's a terrible fucking actress. I can't stand her acting. Her companions are all like, she treats her companions like they're just, garbage. She never did any research at all when she started the show. She even admitted it, that when she became, all the other Doctors, when they got in, they, watched the show. They even put Jack. If you don't know anything about Jack, he was one of my favorite characters. He actually had his own show, pretty much, and called what was it, Rosewood, something like that. And I loved that show. I would watch that show, though. I watched it all the way through. I really enjoyed him. I liked his character. He was like this weird. kind of, it's from the future, so they kind of sleep with everyone. Nobody cares, and he was freaking cool. And they ruined his character. They cocked his character like crap in this. Like, you wouldn't believe they tortured his character in this latest episode that they had. It was bad. And now, hopefully, she's gone. But the problem is, Chibnall's still there. As long as Chibnall is still writing the show and in charge of the show, it's not going to get any better. It isn't. They got to get rid of him. The only way, but unfortunately, the BBC as a whole is a piece of shit organization now. They used to be all about entertainment. They brought good stuff. Now it's all about their diversity bullshit, fake diversity hires. It's not about talent anymore. It's not about, work ethic. It's not about, hiring the best person for the job, no matter who they are. I don't care if they're gay or whatever. If they're the best person for the job, they should get hired and qualified to get the job. Unfortunately, nowadays it's just, hey, we have to have percentages. That's the most racist thing I've ever seen in my life. And Gary were talking about this, and I absolutely agree with those two. If you're hiring people just on a percentage, like, hey, we need 20% black people, we need 20% Asian, we need 20% blah, 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 gay, whatever. It's fucking dumb. Who wants to be known as that? Like, really? Who wants to get hired and be like, hey, you're just a check mark. You're our bingo check. That way we don't get in trouble. Because, you're black. And that's all you're worth. Is your skin color. That's all we care about. That's all we see you as. You're the black guy. She's the Asian chick. He's the gay guy. Not, Tom or Brandon or, whatever their names are going to be. No, they're just, the gay guy, it's so bad. They put them in these little boxes and they expect, I don't understand how they're, coffee in the morning for all of you guys. It's great. Oh, I need coffee. Let's see. So that, so my wife was done. She walked away from Doctor Who. I tried to stay with it. I couldn't do it. Within the first season, I couldn't watch it anymore. I was just like, oh my God. It went from, this is great, to this is fucking shite. Now what I want to talk about next is a new announcement from Lucasfilm on their The High Republic. Get High Republic. Kathleen Kennedy's little fucking pet project that she's really in charge of, because they pretty much what they did was they're like, hey, Kathleen, we'll give you a movie for your woman power bullshit, and then we'll give you a book series to push all your little fucking diversity hires. Meanwhile, Favreau and whatever, they're gonna go freaking work on The Mandalorian. You don't have to worry about that. We'll put your name in the thing so that you can take credit, even though you don't fucking have a thing to do with it. Come on. Everybody knows he has nothing to do with that show. She's a worthless hack. She doesn't know anything about Star Wars. She hires people who have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to Star Wars. And now we got that. So here is the trailer to, I'm going to turn off the sound so I don't get hit. Hopefully they'll probably still strike me for this, but whatever. Fuck them.
Is a near endless frontier.
Whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't make any money on this.
Our order was meant to shine its light in even the darkest corners of the galaxy. There.
Alright, so that guy looks decent. Let's go back. He looks Jedi. She looks Jedi. So these guys look Jedi. For the most part, they look Jedi. She her outfit needs a little better. I think she needs to be wearing the robes like they are. But
of the galaxy.
Those three don't look too bad. Yeah, the bad guys look kind of weird. And there we have. Look, it's the SJW hairstyle.
We found an evil that none of us had trained for. That threatens all we know.
Okay, I'm sorry. Wait, what was that? The fucking Jesus Christ. That is horrible. Look at that. Its head looks like it's coming off.
No.
New era Star Wars storytelling. You mean like shite? That's exactly what this is. New era for Star Wars storytelling. You mean like the books that we had for years, comics and stuff we had for years that you said didn't exist? You piece of fucking shit. Centuries before the Skywalker saga. You mean the Old Republic? You know, before you could, fucked it all up? Yeah, I can't wait for them to fuck up Yoda. That's me. Alright, like, this is all the stuff they're going to do. They're going to make this whole timeline. They're not just going to have books and keep it in order. They're going to have, like, books, and comics, and kids' books, and all kinds of shit just thrown all together. Probably going to be all crazy. It's going to be a mess. I can't, no. At least in my book series that I'm creating, I'm doing books. It's going to follow my characters throughout the stories in order from the first to the last. And then I'm making comic book line that helps, goes before the books. And then it follows one, maybe two of the characters when they're out of the main books. And it will follow the book line perfectly, that way people who don't want to read my big book can get a comic book and get the art. That's later on. After the book starts selling and I can make enough money that I can actually hire people from Comicsgate, Hale Comicsgate, because that's the only people I'm fucking hiring is actual comic gators to make my comic book line. But it's going to be all in...
The survival of the Republic. The fate...
Really? Space horses? Space horses. They're bringing the fucking horses back.
Of all Jedi.
Ones that run across Star Destroyers.
For control of the Force itself.
You can't control the Force. Force is in all living things. How do you control something that's literally in all living things, you fucking piece of shit? It's in the Force. So here's all their novels. They got High Republic Adventures, The High Republic, A Test of Courage, The Light of the Jedi, Into Darkness. I'm guessing they're calling this the Karen book. Trash. It just, I have no hopes for that. I love the EU. Jaina, Jason, Telka, so many characters. Mara Jade, Luke, Master Luke. And then you got the Old Republic with Revan, and you had Darth Bane, and those characters are fucking awesome. I'll compare some of the art they're doing to what we had before. Alright, so we had characters like this, like Revan, former Jedi Master who went to go, he discovered, helped defeat the Mandalorians, took away the mask that made the Mando, the Mandalorian, the leader of Mando, all the Mandos, and he defeated him and took his mask and hid it away. Then he went on a journey because he was having nightmares and discovered the actual Emperor who took over his mind, literally controlled his mind and made him into a Sith. And he became a Sith with his apprentice who became Lord Malak. And then he was changed back. He goes, then they freed him, freed his mind, and the Jedi's sent him, and he went and defeated Malak. And then you had Darth Bane, like fucking Darth Bane. Say, I want to see characters like this in Star Wars. This is what you need, not fucking weird ass fucking shows. You need this is what we want to see. We want to see Vader show. We want to see Darth Bane in a fucking show. Can you imagine a whole TV show with just Darth Bane as like the bad guy, or even the main character? Because Darth Bane was a fucking cool ass character. I read his book and it was freaking awesome. He's Revan when he finally comes back to the light side, but he's never truly a light user. He never rejoins the Jedi Order. They could make it Keanu Reeves, man. They could hire him to do it. I don't understand it every day. I just don't understand why they can't just go and pick out the cool ass characters that we know and love, and we just want to see on the big screen. Instead, they're like, "Oh, you guys don't want that. We're gonna make new characters that no one cares about, no one real cares for, and then tell you if you don't like them that you're an Easternophobe and blah blah blah. You're just a hater. You don't love Star Wars. Come on, some of the characters they have in here would be fucking awesome. It boggles my mind. They could do a whole show with just Jedi. Like, that's a Jedi. Right there is a fucking Jedi. You got the older, the robes, the armor, the fucking sword. Not the fucking weird-ass swords they keep creating. You got so many characters they could have gone with, but nope. They'd rather do their little feminist fucking bullshit. And so he would actually make a good bad guy from the Old Republic game. It was an interesting bad guy. It really was. Now we're getting stuff like this. This is from the High Republic. That's a character they're designing. I paid people $50. $50. Look, this is what we used to have. These are characters. Look at that. That's fucking cool. That shit I would like to read. I would pick that book up. If I was walking into a store and I saw that, I would pick that up. I would be like, hell yeah. I saw this on a fucking book. I ain't picking that shit up. Like, what the fuck is that? There you go. This is more like it. This is what they look like. This is pretty much like, I'm fat and I'm stupid. Dumb. I'll never understand why can't they just listen to the fans. It's not hard. Fans know what we want. It's not hard. It really isn't. We know what we like. We know what we want. See. You have strong female characters. You want to do the whole feminist thing. As long as you ain't preaching to us about, men bad, women all are awesome and all powerful. Oh, it's ridiculous. Get some cool ass characters. It truly is a sad thing. They have their head so far up their ass they can't just wake up. But that's okay. They'll have fucking Pablo Hidalgo out there just mocking fans, tell them how racist they are. They're rich and faux because you don't like my shitty books. It's because they're shit, and he knows they're shit. They all know they're shit. They just have their fucking head up their ass. Look at this. Look at that. How badass would it be to see this guy on the big screen? Just for one time. Even in a TV show. I don't even care. Put a fucking Disney Plus show with Revan, the real fucking Revan, as the main character, and you would kill it. That would be a show worth watching. Come on. Look at this. That is Star Wars. This is Star Wars. not their fat weird ass shit. So many cool characters. The Old Republic's one of my favorite timelines. Yeah, I played the game. I did. If you haven't played the game, I suggest you go do it. I'm pretty sure it's free to play. I think it's free to download too. You know, if you have a computer that can handle it, well, you probably do because my computer's freaking old as shit. And you can play this game and you can see the characters. You can interact with Revan. You get to interact with all this, Bane and so far. You get shit like fucking like this. You get the face. And the Sith is fucking awesome to play as. It's sad. It really is. It's such good characters. You get cool bounty hunters that, actually did shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, miss it. I miss the good shit. I have a couple of the Old Republic books up there. I got the Revan book right now. I had the audiobook for Darth Bane. That was fucking cool. I suggest you get the Darth Bane audiobook because he does a really good job. But yeah, see, look at this. Look, you want to see what I did? I paid a Comicsgate artist $50 to help me create some of the characters on my book shit series. $50. That's what he did. $50 from a guy on Twitter. He made way better art than the Star Wars franchise can. Me. It's a guy who's in his house taking care of his kids, doing streaming and writing a book. And I scrounged up $50 so that I could pay that guy to do that. Which I need to move that actually. I'm probably gonna move that like over where the books are. So you actually can see the picture without looking through my giant fucking head. Hopefully when I get my new computer, I'll have my better camera will actually work with it. I got a camera and I hooked it up to my laptop. I found out my laptop's too old to work with a camera. Sad. I know. That was disappointing. I'm trying to get me a new mic. I'm thinking of getting me a small Snowball Ice. And with an arm, so I can put an arm here. The only problem I have right now is I'm worried to death that my old ass laptop won't be able to use it. Oh, I'll cry. I really will. If I buy it and I hook it all up, I set it up, I hook it in, it's like, oh, it's not working. Why is it not working? Because the computer is too damn old. Fuck. Yeah, my old Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Good Star Wars. Not the shit that keep feeding us now. Mandalorian is the only thing decent right now. And that's only because Favreau and Dave Filoni are working on it together. And we know that Kathleen Kennedy is nothing to do with it. She may go and show up every once in a while. Just like, and then she hated that Luke Skywalker scene. She was pissed because she hates Luke. She's always hated Luke. It's nothing new, and it's sad that we can't just have something nice for once. So yeah. So what else have I been doing? Something good I actually want to show you guys. I watched this show on Netflix, and a couple shows on Netflix I actually really enjoyed. And I'll pull them up here in a second. One of them I'm right now getting into is Daredevil. For some reason I just never got into it. I also need to get into Cobra Kai. Everybody's talking about how great Cobra Kai is. But all right. Let's share the screen. Share. All right, this is one of the shows I actually watched with my stepson, and we really enjoyed it. It's called The Fast and Furious Spy Racers, and they have like 3 different seasons. It kind of ties into the first season ties into the actual movie. It has Dawn show up, and it was actually really decent. Me and him really enjoyed watching it together, and I was surprised how actually good it was. Like I thought it was gonna be like but it was actually pretty good. Um, they got Stargate SG-1 on here now. I love that show. Ah, here it is. Oh no, don't load it. Here it is. It's called Transformers War on Cybertron Earthrise. I did a review of the first show that was Transformers, the War on Cybertron, and it was really good. They have the old style. Um, it really delved into the war aspect, what's happening on Cybertron. It was really cool. It was really good. And this one is really good too. I really enjoyed this second. It's technically a second season because it continues it, but it's like a different show because they call it something else. So it's not like you could pick season 1 and season 2. I don't know why they keep doing this, but they did, and it was good. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, so those are good shout outs. Those shows, if you're looking for something to watch and you just want to kill some time, do it. Fluffy. See, there's that character right there. You can see him right there. $50. I had someone create that. That's it. $50. If someone could do this for $50, freaking, there's no excuse for the Star Wars Lucasfilm because you know they have all freaking. They can have real artists doing actual shit for them, not these diversity hires who are like, I just want to make some gay character. Nobody cares if they're gay or not. It's fine to have a gay character in your book. I don't care. No one cares. It's like if you make it all about him being gay, then nobody it's kind of stupid. If he's a good character, really written really well, drawn really good, and then ends up being gay in the book, whatever. It's like, hey, here's his man, his partner, or whatever you want to call it now, and they've been in love and whatever. It's like, okay, keep going. Make it a good story. We'll care. That's all we want. But of course, they're capable of making good stories, and the people they they hired for this stuff is they just they look like the SJWs. They look the part. They have the Karen haircuts. They all have they have one chick who's almost bald, who was trying to do the Star Trek Hanson, and you realize you're in Star Wars, right? We get it. You're a geek, or you're pretending to be a geek. But this is Star Wars, not Star Trek. Star Trek is great, but it used to be great. Like so much other stuff. Doctor Who used to be great. Star Wars was fantastic until the sequel trilogy. The garbage they stuck in from that. Yeah, hopefully soon I'm getting these little cubes, these plastic box cubes that have glass in front. You can set them up in different different ways. I want to have, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set those up, and I'm getting these little LED lights. I'm going to put them in there, and so when I get collectibles and stuff, I'm going to put them in those boxes, my books and stuff, have the LED lights shine up. Those will be behind me. I can't wait to get those. I think that would be really cool looking. But yeah, this will be my little office space. When I'm getting a wall divider that goes over here, goes across. And I have one in front. It'll go in front, so I can close this area off. It'll help the sound. And then I'm getting the mic. I'm getting a little soundproof thing that goes around the mic, so that I can sound better. I don't know how I'm going to do it though, because this table, I'm going to get a bigger desk. I'm going to get a bigger desk eventually, but I'll figure it all out as we go. I can't wait. I'm pretty excited for it. and for a better mic. So I don't have to constantly wear these headphones to talk to you guys. I'll just have a little tiny headset, and then I'll have my mic, and I can talk and play games. That is the biggest thing. My computer gets here when it gets done. I get it. When I finally get it built and everything, I'll be able to play games with you guys live, and that I cannot wait for. That'll be fun. It will be. It'll be a lot of fun. I contact my internet service so they can bring in my modem back into here so that I can tie it right into the internet, so I don't have to worry about my Wi-Fi cutting in and out. So that'll be good. Yeah. So, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. It's just another week in the life of us, and we're going to sit there and we're going to enjoy. Hopefully, this year we'll be. I'm not going to say the rest of that line because I don't want to jinx it. But let's just say 2021 was a new year, a new beginning for a lot of people, and hopefully people get back to work and life can get back to normalcy. Unfortunately, on certain fronts, we are already normal. On certain fronts, their local government won't allow them. And it's absolutely trash. Canada right now has become more like China every day. I saw a video where cops were beating a bunch of guys in a parking lot because they dared be out during a lockdown. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm glad I live in the great state of Missouri where we aren't locked down. We don't have to wear masks, especially in the area that I am. There is no forced mask mandate. You can wear one if you want or not. It's up to you. And that's how it should be. If you want to wear a mask, go ahead. If you don't do it. Who gives a shit? The social distancing thing, I've never been very standing nut to butt to somebody. So, except for the military when we had to do that shit. So I don't give a, I've always been I never stood close to people, so it never really bothered me. I don't like people much. Yeah, I just wanted to have fun with you guys, hang out this morning, drink my coffee. What's going on? We may be surprised by the High Republic. I really doubt it. I have a feeling it's going to be filled with crap nobody wants to read because it's from the story. It's from the same people who created the sequel trilogy. It's on the same story group, and I just don't care. They're going to put dinosaurs and all kinds of bullshit in there for whatever reason. You can have dinosaurs in a fantasy series. I'm going to have some in my books, but it's going to be explained right. It's not going to be like, hey, look, dinosaurs, because they're dinosaurs. No, it's going to be because they go to other worlds. In my books, they go to worlds that are on a different evolutionary state. They go to worlds that, some are future, some are primitive as hell, some are completely water worlds, some are going to be jungle planets, some are going to be desert planets. There's going to be so many different things I want to do and put together throughout these stories. And I think you're going to really like some of the worlds they go to, because in the first 4 books, it's all about the demon wars. And the first book is about it all coming together. The second book is the War of Darkness. Where they really start getting into the wars. And they have each planet they go to in this, in what I call what was it called? What I call it? The Hellgate universe, or Hellgate galaxy, or something like that, where this whole galaxy has been consumed by darkness. Not a whole galaxy, but whole its own little universe, like the Milky Way for us. And each planet is designated, ruled by one of the princes of darkness. So you get to meet the prince of, what was the first book? The second book is going to have the prince of, what was it? I can't can't think of the name right now. It's pretty much he's like the lazy prince, you know, and, gluttony. It's pretty much gluttony. He's lazy and fat, but he's still a prince of darkness. So he's fucking powerful. Second world is, I believe I was going to do Leviathan. So the third book will all be about them going to Leviathan's world and having to deal with the serpent of hell, which I think will be a fucking cool book. And then I think Dead World, where it's going to be the Prince of Death and Plagues and stuff like that. That's where, you know, they have to deal with these different worlds, these different situations, and what's going to happen to the characters as they have to face these ultimate challenges. And, you know, the darkness in itself is a tempting, you know, thing that will help, you know, tempt them into their, you know, becoming that thing they hate the most. The characters have to grow, they have to change, they have to adapt, and it's going to be, I can't wait to delve into them. I just got to finish editing the first book. Editing is slow. It is a slow process because you got to make sure everything is right. It's pretty much just grammar, making sure the story sounds great. I have friends reading through it. Gary from Nerderotic actually has the first 3 chapters, and I'm actually thinking of doing something interesting for the channel. Is actually reading each chapter as I get it done, and putting like PayPal or something in the description of my channel or something. So if you want to help support me in helping me get the book done, because I really could use that. I still got a couple things I have to get done before I can fully send it out there. Legal, copyright stuff I'm still getting done. It's actually still in copyright hell, where I talked to a lawyer and he's helping me get that stuff done. That costs money. Getting all the editing done by ourselves is taking forever. So we're actually thinking of hopefully hiring someone to help us edit if we can. We're going to talk to some people. My brother's waiting an investment to come through. And when that comes through, he'll have enough money. He's going to invest into the book. He's going to invest into the channel, help us grow. And so that'll be helpful. That really will. It's hard. This thing's not easy for a guy who's not, I'm not a wealthy person at all. I am a guy we live paycheck to paycheck most of the time, and it is, especially in this time, my wife did just graduate nursing school, so that's helping us a lot. Trust me. Oh, I'm so happy that's over. It was so stressful for her, especially when she's pregnant. And now that that's over, hopefully, we're hoping by the end of March, young Asher will be born, my son, Asher Griffin Cunningham. And I can't wait to introduce him to all of you. Maybe we'll do like a live stream where I introduce him and my girls. You get to meet them. If you haven't known, I am a father of 5. I have 2 stepkids because my wife was married before we got married. She had 2 kids. They got divorced. I met her years later. We got married. So I have 2 stepkids, 2 daughters, and a son coming. So I have a big family. Very big family. And hopefully this will be the it. I hope to God. My wife is always like, I want more. I'm like, no, please God, no. Not anymore. I have my son. That's what I was hoping for. I had 2 girls. I have a stepson and a stepdaughter. And I was like, I want a son to carry on my name, my lineage. At least one of us of my family, because my parents had 3 boys and 1 girl. And so far, my other brother, Nathan, Papa Dink, as he, when he's in here, he actually has a little girl with his wife, and the other 2 don't have any. So far, we just had all girls, and we were like, okay, who's going to continue the name? And finally, I have a son, so who's that? Hopefully everything's good and comes out perfect and healthy and strong, and just ready to take on the world. Hopefully the world will get a little better place for him. Fortunately, right now, shit's going fucking sideways in a handbasket. Yeah. And with my camera and stuff, I do. I can start doing painting. I got so many plans for this channel. I want to start doing some, get with some friends on here on YouTube, some of the YouTubers, and see if we can all do like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of style game live. There, all of you, I think that would be fucking cool. Each of us gets our character, we build our characters, and then we all play together. I think that'd be fucking awesome. I think that'd be a really good, because right now some of us get on, we play Among Us, some of us do that little trivia stuff, but I think it'd be really cool to get like a Dungeons and Dragons game going. Like the Phantom Menace, Dungeons and Dragons, or something. I don't know. Just ideas I'm throwing out there. I do have plans to do a live stream with some of the other authors of the Phantom Menace, like Stephen Walton and Kai and stuff like that. I want to get a hold of them all. Storyman Jack, some of the guys like that, and we, Script Doctor, other actual, educated writers. Because I'm not one. I'm a storyteller. I'm not a writer. I claim that because I'm not educated. I haven't gone to college for writing. I haven't graduated from writing and none of that stuff. Actually, writing is my worst subject. So that's why editing is fucking hell. It's because my brother was sitting there trying to edit my stuff. And he's like, oh my God, dude. Your English is horrible. I'm like, I know. So, yeah. But I hope to God, if we can hire somebody, that'd be great. If we get that investment done and we can hire someone, we can get this knocked out quickly. Get it all edited, get it sent to people. They can edit, boom, 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 send it back to us and go, all right, get it all in order, all nice and neat, and get it on Amazon. So you can all check it out, buy it, and hopefully enjoy it. And hopefully and then I can work on the second book. Actually, I already started working on the story of the second book. So that way, as soon as this book's done editing, I want to pretty much be almost done with the story of the second book, send it right into editing. So it can get done as quickly as possible. That way 1 and 2 are out, and I can work on 3, and then 4, and then 5, and whatever, how many books I decide to go. I don't know. We're going to keep going until I think it can't go anymore. Until people are like, for God's sake, man. But I'm just having fun. It's a fun experience, making my own world and my own universe and my own stories, tying it to other things that I think are interesting. It's a lot of fun. And, I'm tying it to, if you guys haven't seen what I'm doing in my stories, is I'm tying some religious things from different religions all into it. Like I have God, and the Christian God is in it. I have the angels, I have the demons, I have aliens. It's gonna have all kinds of shit put in there. He's gonna have different like yin and yang style thing. Like God is light, the darkness is also a part of God, so it's like a yin yang thing that's separated. And now everything that happens is like this constant struggle between the darkness and the light, and everything goes between it. And he's got other religion. Like I kind of want to do something later on with Odin's kind of like stuff. I want to do, have different. I don't know. I'll see how I do it and how I work it all in. So because that's true, Bobby Campbell. Hey man, how you doing? Glad you came. Yeah, it's true. I think everybody, if you're a new fan, if you're an old fan, it's great. My kids start getting into Star Wars. I just got into Star Wars from my dad, stuff like that. But I never wanted to destroy what he had. I didn't come in going, hey, those old Star Wars shows were not enough diverse. I don't know. I never. It's dumb. They're not really. It's not that they're not. They're not fans. They're activists who are getting into hobbies and entertainment because they want to make world change. It's not about the show. It's not about the franchise. It's not about the IP. It's about what they can do to better the world. Unfortunately, they're not bettering anything. They're actually making it a lot worse for people out there. You know, especially with these, you know, like, yeah, old school veteran fan. Yeah. I like the old stuff. I like reading the books. My dad loves Star Wars. That's why I got to love Star Wars. My dad watched the movies. He, you know, take us out of school. You know, have a whole skip day where we go and watch the new Star Wars fan when it came into, you know, theaters or something. We slept in a van overnight at the theater just to be the first ones in line to see the next Star Wars movie. He had bought every single book of the EU, like every single one. He had a huge shelf with all the books on it, and I would read them. That's how I became a fan of him, because he would read them and he'd tell me how cool it was, and then I would read the book. I'm like, yeah, we discussed it, we had fun. It was something me and my dad did together, and now he sold all his books. He doesn't give a crap anymore. Yeah, they keep doing this failing bullshit just to keep attention and clout. Yeah, it's not even. It's like this weird marketing thing where they think just because you have, you know, like, if people are talking about you, that's good. That's what they believe. They have like marketing people out there probably watching Twitter 24/7, watching what people say. They're like, hey, if people are talking, it's great. So if they're pissed, it's fine. As long as they're talking about Star Wars, we're good. And unfortunately, it's not how it works. You don't want people talking shit on your show nonstop. You want people really enjoying it. The hardcore fans, they want it gone, because KK didn't want Lucasfilm, you know, George's Lucasfilm. She didn't want it to be his still. She wanted to make it all about her and her activist agendas. So she turned it into a female, tried to change it, Star Wars, which was a male fan base. It was a male franchise. Yes, there are females in it. We all said this. Females like the shows. Females love the books and the characters. We had no problem with it. Ever. No male fan ever hated the female fans. And then Disney took it because it was a male franchise. They wanted more men in Disney because they had the princess thing. They had all that stuff taken care of. And they're like, hey, you know what? We want a male franchise. Fortunately, I think what happened was they wanted the virtue signal. They wanted to be, hey, look, we're buying Star Wars. And now it's led by a female. See? Aren't we awesome? And they're like, hey, George, you got any females that can take over for you? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, what about that one? He's like, oh, that chick that gives me coffee? Yeah, I guess. I don't care. I'm selling it to you. It's and she took over. And then she decided to run it into the ground. Yeah, the game journalists. Yeah, I saw where they were going after that one cyberpunk story because of boobs. Because the character design, they have like really big boobs, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's got boobs." It's like, yes, they're females. Why not? See, the problem is right now is people, they get into these franchises and they don't want certain things to sell. They're like Puritans. They're like, go back to like, somehow we're doing this full circle thing. They hate Christians. They do. They hate us Christians because, I don't know. And then they go, oh, and we want everything to be pure. Like, you can't have big boobs. You can't have a sex appeal. You can't. I'm like, when did the people who hated the Christians become more pure than, pureless than the Christians? Like, my parents were pretty bad. Like, I had parents who were preachers, okay? So they would never let me play Dungeons and Dragons as a kid because they believed it was satanic. Certain heavy metal songs are like, oh, that's devil music. And so, like, ridiculous things like that. I'm not like that at all. And yeah, I did go to a campus, a Christian college for a little bit. Doesn't mean I'm friggin' like some stuck up, preppy little weirdo. And a lot of Christians aren't. A lot of Christians are just like me. They're just like, hey, we believe in God. But we also believe that everybody has the right to believe what the hell they want to. And that's what I believe. That God gave man free will to choose whatever the hell they want to do. If you want to go to heaven, okay. If you don't, well, that's your choice. And yeah, I believe that one day we'll be judged, and I'll probably be judged pretty harshly for the shit I've done. But whatever. I lived the life I wanted to, for the most part, wanted to live. Hail, I'm Taylor. Probably said that horribly wrong. Rajesh, right? I'm just gonna call you Taylor. I do love big boob girls in video games and comics, and I love it. Yeah, it's called sex sells. Yeah, it does. For man and for female, sex sells. That's how it works. That's why the porn industry is such a huge industry. It's because sex sells. It's not a fucking thing. Men like to see hot women, and women like to see hot men. You did it great. Taylor's just fun. Okay, thank you, man. Yeah, I'm terrible at names. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, why Aquaman was such a great movie for women? It's not the story. It's because the dude took his shirt off. And I had no problem. My wife would probably sit there and go, damn! I'd be like, yeah, he's hot. I'm not gay. Married man with kids. But I can admit when a dude takes his shirt off and it's fucking ripped, I'm like, yeah, I have a fucking dad bod, so I can't, And then when I'm sitting there watching a movie, like Stealth, and Jessica Biel takes her shirt off and she's wearing a skimpy ass, tight ass swimsuit, I'm like, fuck yeah! And my wife goes, yeah, she's hot. Sex sells. It just does. My wife loves Grey's Anatomy. Why does she love Grey's Anatomy? Well, she's a nurse, so she likes the whole nurse thing. I don't know why she works in a hospital, but also wants to watch hospital drama all day long. Have you ever read Sun Tzu, The Art of War? I have not read it completely, but I know about it, yeah. I've read some of it. Yeah, it's a good book. But I just don't get it. It's all they want to make money. That's like they used to. Now it's, I guess, Twitter clout. I don't really get it. You think they would care more about the dollar bills they make you from their franchises than, yeah, that's what I would care if I was making a huge franchise. If I bought Star Wars, I want to make money from it, especially if I buy it for how much that guy had to pay for it. $4 billion is a lot of fucking money. And it's not hard to make money off Star Wars. It really shouldn't be. It should be freaking easy as hell. I'd straight up, I'd be like, hey guys, Vader show. We're going to make a TV show all about Vader hunting down Jedi. Second show, Revan. Actually, not even a show. I would make a whole fucking movie series off of just Revan. I'd have him and the Mandalorian Wars. Then him falling to the dark side. Becoming, Darth Revan. And like, fucking shit up. Then him coming back to the light side and having to face his old apprentice that was turned with him. I'm telling you, would make gold. You make so much money off an Old Republic movie series. They would make. If they had a good writer who loved Star Wars, loved the Old Republic, get the writers who wrote the Old Republic. Get them to write the screen. Be like, hey, you guys are going to help me write this movie. We're going to keep it to canon. We're going to keep it to how fans love it. We're going to bring Keanu Reeves as freaking Revan. Bring him in. Dress him up in the whole fucking robes, the mask. Get it all done right. Oh, that would sell. He will be in the seats in the theaters like I would be. They announced a Revan movie series. I'd be buying tickets now. Oh, that would be it would be easy. Then I bring the EU guys back in. We're like, hey guys, you guys created Jaina and Jason. I would get rid of the sequel trilogy completely. I would just be like, never happened. Go away. We're gonna pretend it never happened. Here's Jaina, here's Jason Solo. Here's, blah blah blah. I would make it a TV anime. Just make it an anime. You know, just be like, hey, we got the sequel trilogy movies that's over here. We can't, you know, the people are gone, so we can't really make it live action. Let's make an anime show. It's all about the EU, and just follow the books. That'd be great. Be another great show on Disney Plus to have. And they could do so much good, and they just don't. Why? People in charge. They don't care about money. They care about some activist nonsense, and it's terrible. But yeah, they don't care about the good stories. They don't care about the fans. You know, they keep exposing that constantly. You know, Pablo Dago attacking Star Wars theory. Even if I don't, I respect the man as a fan because he is a fan. I think he just can't accept that the thing he loves is pretty much garbage, except for the Mandalorian, and he just plus he made his whole channel off Star Wars, so he's no choice but to try to praise what they're doing. Because I'm glad I didn't make my Twitter channel off Star Wars. You know, I love Star Wars, but Jesus Christ. E3 and Comic-Con, yeah. Yeah, I never got to go to one. You know why I don't get to go to one? Because I don't live in Missouri. Like, they're always, like, super far away. They're always in California. They're always in, like, you know, New York or something. And I'm over here in the middle of the country going, put one in St. Louis. I'll go to that one. Put it in Kansas City. I think even better. I can make it to Kansas City in, like, 3 hours. So that would be great. Hey, if my book sells really well, I'll do a little convention style. Hopefully we can all do one like Kansas City or something like that. That'd be great. That'd be really fun. I think great. Just have a little convention right in the middle of the country, so people on both sides go, okay, it's not too far. So I'm going, hey, all the way over there, all the way over there. Oh, I hate driving. I really do. So if I'm going to travel, I got to do it by plane. I had to drive last week, and I hated it, every minute of it. Oh, people on the roads are dumb. But thank you all for coming. You know, I just wanted to enjoy a little bit of time with you guys this morning. I gotta get ready to go get my little one from her class soon. Maybe play a little bit of Cyberpunk, which I'm actually really enjoying. I know it's got some problems, and what they've done is ridiculous. You know, but the heck? Dogs are fighting outside. I don't have to take care of them in a minute. Oh, great. Another article finding in the comics. Let's see what this says. Here, let me share this real quick before I go. Here we are. All right. It says, Charles Soule confirms the High Republic is the creation of a new version of Star Wars. So, yeah, it's not even Star Wars anymore. It's their new version of Star Wars. High Republic author Charles Soule recently confirmed that the High Republic is Lucasfilm's creation of a new version of Star Wars. Soule spoke about the High Republic during Lucasfilm launch event. At the beginning of this discussion, Soule has asked Lucasfilm Christian Baver what his reaction was when he was first pitched the High Republic. On the state, I read into my Blu-ray player, whatever you want to say. The first place you become when you're building a new era in Star Wars is stuff that already exists. You mean like the concept books and comics that was already here? So I know I started by watching all the movies again, and I really focused on what I thought was impressive about Star Wars, what was meaningful about Star Wars to me. Not about you. It's about See, this is what I don't get. It's not just about watching the movies. You need to read the books. You need to read the stories. You need to go and interview George Lucas and the people who helped create Star Wars. That's what I would do. If I would, like, say my book sells really well, and all of a sudden, let's say KK is no longer in charge of Star Wars, and someone actually good is, they go and sit down and go, hey, you guys created a great book series. We would like you to write for us. I would be like, okay, what do you want me to write for? And they'd be like, hey, we want you to write a Star Wars book. I'd be like, okay, first I need to meet George Lucas personally. I need to sit down and have a conversation with him. My first thing would be like, what is Star Wars to him? Not to me. It's not about me. It's about him. He created Star Wars. It's his vision. It should be all about George Lucas. What did George Lucas do when he started creating Star Wars? What was his ultimate vision? What is his plan? He sold it. Doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. I don't care that he sold it. It's still his creation. It's his baby. And yeah, he's been disappointed. And yeah, sometimes he doesn't make the great thing. But it's about the thing. People love Star Wars because him and a couple other creators created Star Wars. It wasn't just George Lucas. I would have to sit down with all of them. I would sit down with George. I would have conversation with George, and can't think of his name, but he helped create the original Star Wars movie. I would have all of them sit down together. I would want them around the table, and I want them to discuss Star Wars. Even if I'm not even a part of it. Like, hey guys, what is Star Wars to you? Explain to me what was going through your mind when you first created Star Wars. Go. And I would just sit and listen, take notes. And that's how I would begin my journey into even daring to think about making a Star Wars book. Then I would need to sit down with the massive geek fans of Star Wars, the ones that are far more knowledgeable than me. And I'd be like, okay, this is what they want me to write. This is the era I want to write. I want to make sure I never step on any of the canon toes. I want to make sure everything is in order. All the characters are meet their expectation, and then I would hire a good artist. I'd make sure the artists who are helping me design my characters are freaking talented, not this crap right here, because it looks like I don't know what the hell that is. He would later confirm that he was intentionally pitched creating his own Star Wars. So explained. I just started by looking at Star Wars and digging deep into thinking about it. But I really had an opportunity that Michael described to me to make kind of our own Star Wars, which is sort of what it was and has become. I can't believe it's actually happening. And then conclude, what would that mean to me? I started with the source material and went from there. See, their own Star Wars. It's not that Star Wars isn't just something you can create as your own. It is already there. You want to create your own shit? Do what I'm doing. Create your own fucking IP. Start with your own characters. Start with your own story. Start with your own world. God. Further clarify this point, fellow the Old Republic author Clara Gray would also answer the question, revealing she looked at other franchises and properties outside Star Wars for inspiration. Gray stated, I probably had, it's not an opposite reaction, but I'm going to sound like it. I started asking myself, what are things I loved about epic sagas? I love Star Wars. I've loved it for years. I've been writing it for some time. I felt like I was immersed in it. But other things drew me in to other media, whether the Dune or Arthurian legends or whatever, as big added qualities that pull you in, at least pulled me in before I began, I think. To further emphasize how this brand is a brand of Star Wars, another High Republic author, Kevin Scott, will describe just how the Jedi operate during this new era. There was no High Republic. You guys are just creating something out of nowhere, just shoving it in somewhere. Scott stated, this is the golden age of the Jedi. This is when they are at their height. These are peacekeepers who are pretty much doing their job exceptionally well. There have been peace for hundreds and hundreds of years, and so the galaxy has entered a period of prosperity and progress. Yeah, their word for progress is anything but progress. And that changed the way the Jedi view themselves, view the Force, and in some cases even view the laws of the Jedi as well, he continued. He didn't elaborate, but most importantly, it changes the way the Jedi operate. They are not hidden away in temples, and there are not just one temple on Coruscant. There's never been just one temple on Coruscant. You fucking ugh. That's just the main temple. They have hundreds and hundreds of temples. There are outposts and temples on every major planet in the Republic. And the Jedi are out with the people. They are part of life. People are used to seeing them, and people love them. They give them special responsibilities, these Jedi's. Perhaps being a little more flexible in how they work, but also, above all, they are a beacon of light in the immediately ever-growing galaxy, continued. The High Republic is supposed to be set to 200 years before the Phantom Menace. It's hard to imagine that people in the galaxy would have completely forgotten Jedi in just 3 or 4 generations if they were out of the public and had temples on every single planet. Yet we know that people did indeed forget about the Jedi and people who could wield the Force. Yeah, they keep doing this thing where it's like, oh, who's Luke? Like, it was 3 years ago. You have all these people from, like, even the Rebellion who are like, I don't know who Luke is. That's one of the biggest things, the issue I had about the Mandalorian. The old fucking Luke Skywalker shows up, and they don't have a single reaction from Gina Carano. Like, her character should have been like, oh, General Luke Skywalker. Glad to see you, sir. I haven't seen you in a long time. Something like that, him go, oh, Gina, how have you been? The Rebellion wasn't massive. They still knew a lot of each other, And of course you should know Luke Skywalker, the guy who, helped defeat the Emperor. At least when his X-Wing showed up, she should have been like, wait, what's the serial number on that X-Wing? And he should have been like, la la la. And she'd be like, oh shit. Don't worry, guys, we're saved. Something. I don't know. Forget about the Jedi, blah, blah, blah. By the time of the Empire, Admiral Antonio Moody points this out in debate regarding the power of the Death Star and Darth Vader. High General Castillo talk. He tells Darth Vader, I'm probably fucking up these names, don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer ways, Lord Vader. Your sad devotion to ancient religion has no help to conquer up stolen data tapes or giving them blah, blah, blah. This idea would then be echoed by Grand Moff Tarkin, who told Darth Vader the Jedi are extinct, their fire has gone out of the universe. You, my friend, are all it's up to their religion. What do you make of this fact that the High Republic was originally pitched the creation of a new version of Star Wars that surprised you? Not really, because Kathleen just wanted to change Star Wars into her own little vision for years, and she tried it with the sequel trilogy, and it was wholly rejected by a massive amount of the fan base, because they were like, it's bullshit. Yeah, I feel bad. Maybe he really does love Star Wars, but unfortunately, this is what they're creating right here. Oh yeah, that's what they're creating right there. That's what that's what they're creating. Steven Universe, yep. Yep. I'm liking that. Yeah. Just shit. Fucking. Oh. I just never will stand it. How they screw up so many. It's just. They want to change things that are already there because they don't have the talent to create something new. Pleasing karma, because it can be one addicted bitch. Yeah, you're right, dude. Yeah, karma will hit her one day, and it's gonna be funny. Just there's so much there already that they can work with and they can use. and they just don't want to do it because I don't get it. Like, seriously, it's not hard. Any real fan could just it would be easy, and they just cannot do it. And treat the fans with respect. It's one of the major things, especially being a professional. Your job is to treat the fans with respect. No matter what we say, what we do, just be like, okay, all right, I understand your feelings. Thank you for letting us know. And then never say anything in. Or don't even say anything. Don't acknowledge it. Just be like, whatever. Unfortunately, they have too much of an ego to let it just slide. Here, I want to show you this. This is funny. It says, is Pauly Shore getting royalties? It does look like him. Oh my god. The Mandalorian is finally bringing fans back. It is. As much as I think it has its own problems, it's still better storytelling than we've seen in Star Wars for a long time. And it's finally bringing people back in. With Evil Grifter, one of these fans, he despises us. He shook hands. Yeah, those two aren't fans. They never have been. Those are professional problem. I don't know what they call them. Pretty much they go in for one purpose only, is to pretend to know what they're talking about so they get a bunch of money. They preach their little diversity crap, the woman power crap, and they convince, I don't know how they do it, I really don't, but they convince like studios and people to just buy into their bullshit. And I see them as those fucking dumbass women who are sitting there on their phones all day going, yes, I'm tweeting and I got my Starbucks and I'm just gonna tweet. And they're always on their phone Twitters. And they never do anything else. They're too dumb to do anything else. But for some reason they go walk into a company and they go, Twitter says this, and you need to believe it, because if you don't, you're a sexist. Duh. Like, they're the kind of women I just want to kick out. Like, literally, just like, if they walked into my company, I'd be like, get the fuck out. Never come back. Yeah, all I think is they are just one of those jealous, ugly bitches who just hate life. They hate everything. They could ever get, a real man to, fuck them. So they have to go to other places to get, these fucking. And for some reason, I don't get it. I just don't get it. They're scam artists, is what they are. They're professional female scam artists. And they convince a franchise that they need to become more inclusive to women, which they already are. They need to change. Everything is about their franchise for no reason. And it is. But good news. I just found this. This is good news. It says Robert is on potential Alita Battle Angel sequel for Disney Plus. Anything is possible. Alita Battle Angel was actually a fucking cool ass movie. I thought it was great. Some people liked it, some people didn't. But I think I thought it deserved at least a sequel. Oh no, she keeps like getting with those weird ass dudes who are so desperate to have sex with a woman that they'll do anything and anyone, like cuck what's his name for fucking Naughty Dog, Neil Cuckman. I bet you anything. She was. Yeah, victim card crap. Yeah, like I'm a victim. You're not a victim. Go find me. Go find real victims and see how they feel. And it's just sad. Fans have been asking for years for a good Vader show or Vader movie, but they never do it. Fans ask for, who love Revan. Then you got idiots like this guy who come on here. I'll show you this tweet real quick. It says, "Ooh, they call Rey and Mary Sue, then turn around and demand that these two become canon again." And he's treating like Revan's a fucking Mary Sue. Like Revan was a Jedi master, like trained for years in the Jedi Temple. Fought a whole war with the Jedi to defeat the Mandalorian threat, and then was turned to the dark side by the Emperor. Where there is Mary Sue? Yes, the game with Starkiller was a little bit of Mary Sue. They made him way too powerful in the game. It's because it was a game. It was a video game. The books, though, he was trained under Vader for like decades. So the dude was trained. Rey was just downloaded all the information to her brain and then became the ultimate fucked up character I've ever seen in my life. People are idiots. Oh, yeah. So how's everybody's New Year? How was everybody's New Year? I was on the road, so yay. Anybody else check the shitty fucking worthless ball drop fucking New York thing that happened this year? That was fucking pathetic. There was like 10 people there. They wouldn't allow anybody to be there. They only allowed certain people to be there. And they were like all gay or some other kind of virtue signaling crap. Like I think they had like a doctor and his nurse boyfriend there. And they like interviewed them. I was like, why? Because you're gay. That's it. They're like, hey, look, gay people. And it's like, that's nice. And then I don't know what it is about Hollywood stars, and then when they dance and sing and stuff, the new Hollywood, but they all want to be like on the Hunger Games or some shit. They come out in those weird ass, poofy ass dresses with the weird fucking masks, and just it looks dumb. And it's like, okay, are we in the Hunger Games now? Because that's why you're dressed. Like those, the villains in the Hunger Games, the little rich fucking freaks. All dressed like fucking weird ass shit. Yeah, just. I hope you're all having a great day. Hope you're all staying safe, staying healthy. Hope you're free to do, things like work and have fun, go places, go to the gym, go to the store and not have to wear a mask everywhere because it's fucking useless. It really is. That's another thing what I hated about this drive. I had to wear my mask fucking everywhere if I wanted to go get gas or anything. They're like, you have to have your mask on. I'm like, fuck. Why can't I go back to Missouri where I don't have to? Here, literally where I live, I could walk to a gas station without a mask, get my drink, pay my gas, and no one says shit because no one cares. And I could have family over for Christmas like I did. We did. We celebrated Christmas with our, my wife's parents and the kids and their cousins, and had a big family gather. Guess what? None of us died. Imagine that. A virus with 99.8% freaking survival rate. But, Canada, if you go outside by yourself, they'll beat you. Stupid. But I hope it's true that Doctor Who is, hopefully he'll get rid of Chibnall and a female fucking doctor. Hopefully, maybe someone will buy Doctor Who from BBC. Maybe some other, British network will buy it and be like, yeah, they'll have no choice. If they get defunded, they'll have to get their own money. So yeah, I don't see anything else interesting right now. I'll get through my mentions to see if there's any new articles. So anyways, I have to get going, so I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, be good to each other. I really mean it. Have some fun, guys. I'll see you guys next time in the Mirror Sphere, and I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. 125 subscribers right now, and I want to keep on growing, keep on building. And it does help. Like, share, and make sure that you're always helping out your fellow man. I need a new controversy. I could change my name. Rolf Korean. Oh, hey, Machina 90. You guys finally show up, and I had to go. But if you haven't seen it, check it out and rewind. Enjoy. Hopefully, I'll see you guys next time. And Machina 90, you guys stream again sometime soon, man. Fortunately, I've been busy last couple weeks. But now, hopefully, I won't be. So, yeah. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy.